Hello guys, this is Social Trades once more. So here I'm gonna show you one of the beautiful things you could ever see. So this is the quarterly shift, basically, which I'm gonna reveal here. I'm gonna reveal one quarterly shift, which is the August, September, October quarterly shift, which is a bearish one. So as you can see here, if you see this August, September, October, you see bearish. That's what we're expecting from August, every August, October, uh, August, September, and October, expecting that. Even here, you see that that's bearish, right? Here, two bearish candlesticks, uh, this one included. So when you see green like this, it means that the quarterly shift did happen. So it's a valid quarterly shift here. So what is the trick here? If the quarterly shift does not happen, like say in this case, the quarterly shift did not happen the way we were thinking it. So when it comes to the March, April, May, which can start in February, then we anticipate bearishness, right? So when it fails here, the August, September, October quarterly shift, when it fails, you know that then in January, February, and March, falling can happen. But March, we're sure that it's going to fall in March. No doubt about it. We're going to be like March, April, May. That is a quarterly shift that I trust. So the quarterly shift can start in February, but March, April, for sure in March, April, and May, we are bearish. You get that. So every time the quarterly shift fails, this one passed, she had failed. So when it was coming to March, you'd be looking for a March, April, and May, probably sells, even though they did not come here. But then that would be the thinking, right? So if when you go back like this, you start to realize that the August-September quarterly shift is one of the best quarterly shifts. And when it does not happen like here, then we know when we go to March, we're gonna seek to sell, right? March and April and May, we're gonna seek to sell. Here it happened. Here also, this is a valid quarterly shift for August, right? Here it was invalidated, did not happen, the quarterly shift here. Even here, did not happen. But in March, we're looking to sell. As you can see, it did go down here. If we put it like this and we zoom in, we did go down. So knowing this quarterly shift, the August, October quarterly shift is key. Why? Because when it does not happen, when it fails, the red rectangle here represents when the quarterly shift did not happen. Which quarterly shift? The August, September, October quarterly shift. You see here, instead of falling, we just go up, right? And then comes another quarterly shift. But in March and April, we see that fall, right? Let's zoom in there. Let's go. You see, that's March, April, or see, May included. So basically, because it failed here, the quarterly shift in August, anticipate the March, April, May, which can start for February to be bearish. Just anticipate that quarterly shift to be bearish. And it is, of course, by definition, a bearish quarterly shift. Here's August, September, October. This is a valid quarterly shift here. This one is a valid one. Let's put a line there. This one is a valid one. So you're looking at the S&P here as the boss. So here we see August, October, August, September, October here. This is a valid quarterly shift here, right? And then in March here, we're still gonna look for sells. It did go down a bit and then came back and closed like this. So basically here, the trick is we're looking for times where the quarterly shift fails in terms of the August one. Because we know that if it fails, then for our February, March, April, May, February, March, April, yeah, and May, we can anticipate that falling, happening. So the best thing about this quarterly shift is one thing, is that it's associated with reversals. See here that August, September, October, it's part of one big reversal, you see, on the month. That's why we like this quarterly shifts, and then we just mark each and every one that we can find. So here, if we go in here, okay, let me do that. You see that August, September, October quarterly shift. Look at that, it just goes bam. So it's associated with reversals, guys. So you just gotta know, just gotta know, just gotta know. And then if I do that, you can see that there is a clear pattern here in terms of the reds here and the greens here. So why did I show you this? I'll show you in this because if we zoom in, you can see that the August here, August, September, and October quarterly shift failed here. So if it failed, what does it mean? It means we can anticipate February, March, April being bearish. But to be clear, we're going to anticipate March, April, May being bearish, right? Like literally bearish. So we're going to look for something big, something like this here. You see, March was in April. You see, we're going to look for something like this here. Why are we going to look for something like this? Because of here it failed. You see the quarterly shift from August, September, October. Instead of being a bearish one, it just went up, right? So we knew that from February, March, April, May included, we may see this fall, right? So even here, this situation, exactly this situation, we're anticipating it here. February is this candlestick here. This is February here. Then for March, we are very much bearish. We're going to ignore any buys. April, we're still going to anticipate it going down. Plus, uh, what's more likely to validate this quarterly shift? That we have Iran war that's currently happening, right? So that Iran war basically is gonna, because the market was in sort of a stalemate position, so it's gonna introduce some volatility. So we're just bearish, basically, uh, here on the S&P, right? S&P 500, bearish on the Nasdaq, bearish on USD, just bearish, right? So here we looked at the August, September, October quarterly shift, right? That is a bearish one. So it's associated along with March, April, May, right? Feb included, right? Included. So this is the case here. This one is bearish too. So we're just gonna be bearish here on the S&P 500, all the way bearish, right? So I just wanted to alert that there is this quarterly shift is now active, and then we have Iran war, right? We have Iran war. So all of this is gonna play out. So we're gonna anticipate that bearishness coming in. Thank you guys. Don't miss this quarterly shift. It's one of the things that's powerful you could ever know. All right, as you can see that pattern right there. So nothing's random. All right. So you know if one quarterly shift does not happen, what to anticipate. Here, as you can see, the August, September, October quarterly shift failed here. So what we're gonna anticipate from January, February. We know that from February it can start to fall. There, you see it's bearish, there, let's zoom in. From February it can fall, March was falling too. April tried to go down a bit, but as you can see, falling here was the thing. So just, yeah, so let's just, so I'm gonna ignore all buys. I'm bearish because of the quarterly shift here. Thank you guys.